Canada's military posture just received a monumental upgrade. In a move that has sent ripples through the global defense community, Ottawa has officially selected its next-generation fighter jet. This isn't just another procurement story. This is a narrative about a nation redefining its strategic identity for the 21st century. The decision to replace the aging fleet of CF-18 Hornets has been a long, often contentious journey, filled with political debate and intense lobbying from aerospace giants. But the final choice signals a clear and decisive path forward. Canada is not just buying a new plane. It is investing in a new philosophy of air combat and national defense, one that prioritizes adaptability, cost-effectiveness, and sovereign control over its military destiny. The skies above the true north are about to be patrolled by a new kind of predator. So what exactly is this aircraft that has captured Canada's attention? The Saab JAS-39 Gripen, a light, single-engine, multi-role fighter. Designed and built by Saab in Sweden. The JAS acronym, Jacked Attack Spanning, Fighter Attack Reconnaissance. Unlike heavier twin-engine fighters, the Gripen was born from efficiency and ingenuity. Sweden's neutrality and need for independent defense shaped its design, a fighter that does it all without breaking the bank. Smart design, performance, advanced avionics, low operational costs. Engineered for harsh Scandinavian conditions, climate similar to the Canadian North. Takes off and lands on short, dispersed runways, even from public highways. Born of Sweden's Cold War dispersal strategy, the Gripen E, the latest version, is a flying network node. In the global fighter market, no aircraft casts a longer shadow than the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II. For years, the F-35 was seen by many as the inevitable choice for Canada, the only true fifth-generation option on the table. It represents the pinnacle of stealth technology. The F-35 is a flying supercomputer, designed to penetrate the most heavily defended airspace on the planet, survive, and dominate. However, the F-35's immense capabilities come with an equally immense price tag. The aircraft is notoriously expensive to procure, and more importantly, to operate and maintain. The cost per flight hour of the F-35 is significantly higher. For a country like Canada, with a vast area to patrol but a finite defense budget, this is a critical calculation. The question became, is it better to have a smaller fleet of highly advanced, stealthy jets, or a larger, more sustainable fleet of still very capable but more affordable aircraft? The road to selecting the Gripen was a marathon, not a sprint. Canada's Future Fighter Capability Project was one of the most scrutinized military procurements in the nation's history. The evaluation process was exhaustive, looking at a wide range of criteria beyond just raw combat performance. Key factors included the total life cycle cost of the aircraft, the economic benefits and industrial partnerships offered to Canada's suitability for Canada's unique operational environment. The competition boiled down to a contest between the F-35 and the Gripen II aircraft, with fundamentally different approaches to modern air power. The final decision for the Gripen signaled Canada's strategic priorities. Cost was undeniably a massive factor. The Gripen E has one of the lowest operational costs of any modern fighter. For every hour a Gripen flies, the cost in fuel. A lower cost per flight hour means pilots can fly more, train more, and maintain higher readiness. The arrival of the Gripen fleet will fundamentally transform Canada's ability to enforce its sovereignty. For decades, the Royal Canadian Air Force has done a remarkable job with its aging CF-18s, but the sheer size of the country presents a constant challenge. Canada actually has the longest coastline in the world, Atlantic-Pacific Arctic. Patrolling this immense territory effectively requires a fighter that is capable, deployable, sustainable. The Gripen's design philosophy directly addresses this challenge. Its ability to operate with a small ground crew, minimal logistical support, means it can be deployed to remote forward operating locations far more easily than its heavier, more demanding competitors. The Canadian Arctic is no longer a frozen, desolate wasteland. It is a region of immense strategic importance and economic importance, with melting sea ice opening up new shipping lanes, Northwest Passage, and unlocking access to vast natural resources. The Arctic is becoming an area of increasing international interest and potential competition. Protecting Canadian sovereignty in this vast, harsh, and unforgiving environment is perhaps the single most important national security challenge Canada faces in the 21st century. The choice of the Gripen seems almost tailor-made for this specific mission, providing a capability uniquely suited to northern operations. The Gripen's design heritage is critical here. Systems are designed to function flawlessly in sub-zero temperatures. More importantly, its ability to operate from short runways is a force multiplier in the Arctic and from improvised, gravel-surfaced forward operating locations. With the Gripen, the Royal Canadian Air Force can rapidly deploy a detachment of fighters and project power over a vast area. Canada's selection of the Gripen has big implications for NORAD. For over 6 decades, NORAD has been the bedrock of continental defense, a unique binational command where Canadian and American forces work side by side. They monitor and defend North American airspace. Introducing the Gripen into the RCAF lets Canada take a far more robust role, moving from reliable partner to truly indispensable with a uniquely flexible asset. The Gripen's advanced networking is a key asset for NORAD. NORAD relies on a seamless web of sensors, ground-based radar airborne platforms, all feeding a unified command and control. The Gripen E was built to excel at networked warfare. It can absorb data from American assets, F-22S, F-35S, AWACS, integrate that into its tactical picture and share its own sensor data back across the network. That interoperability lets mixed formations of Gripens and American fighters operate as one cohesive force. The decision to procure the Gripen is more than just a domestic military upgrade. It's a strategic move that reshapes Canada's position on the global stage. For decades, Canada has skillfully navigated its role as a middle power, not a superpower, exerts significant influence through diplomacy, trade, and contributions to international security. The Gripen acquisition amplifies this role, providing Canada with a credible, independent military capability that enhances its diplomatic leverage and its value as an alliance partner within organizations like NATO. By choosing a non-American fighter, Canada asserts a degree of strategic autonomy, while the partnership with the United States remains its most important defense relationship. The Gripen choice signals Canada will make procurement decisions based on its own national interests. Its lower operating cost and smaller logistical footprint mean that deploying a detachment is far more feasible. Canada can contribute meaningful air power to coalition efforts without the massive logistical strain. It makes a Canadian contribution to an international crisis more likely and therefore more influential. By joining this club, Canada diversifies its strategic partnerships beyond traditional allies. This creates opportunities for deeper collaboration in training, tactics development, and future upgrades. The selection of the Saab Gripen E marks the beginning of a new and exciting chapter for Canadian defense and foreign policy. This is not simply about new hardware for the Royal Canadian Air Force. It represents a fundamental shift in strategy, a clear-eyed decision to equip the nation with a tool perfectly matched to its unique challenges and ambitions. The Gripen era promises to make Canada more secure at home, more capable within its alliances, more influential on the world stage. It's a choice that reflects a confident, pragmatic, forward-looking vision for the nation's place in the 21st century. The quiet professionalism of the RCAF is about to get a whole lot louder. The Gripen's blend of high-end performance, network-centric warfare capabilities, and unparalleled operational efficiency provides the solution. It empowers Canada to comprehensively patrol its sovereign territory, especially the strategically vital Arctic, with a flexibility and sustainability it has never known. This newfound ability to enforce its sovereignty is the bedrock upon which all other elements of national power are built. A secure Canada is a more confident Canada, ready to engage with the world from a position of strength. This decision will resonate throughout Canada's alliances. Within NORAD, Canada transforms into an even more indispensable partner, bringing a unique capability for dispersed northern operations that strengthens the entire continental defense posture. In NATO, Canada becomes a more agile and deployable ally, able to contribute meaningful, high-tech air power to coalition operations in a cost-effective manner. The choice asserts Canada's strategic independence while simultaneously making it a more valuable partner. Looking forward, The question is no longer if Canada can defend itself, but how it will choose to leverage this new power. For Canada, they are just the beginning of a new strategic journey.